I'm sorry. I want to apologize to everyone because last week I was just cracking my brain, just killing my brain to figure out what I should talk to you about. And there was nothing to talk about. Right? This is the interesting thing. We are absolutely bombarded with information. And sometimes there's just nothing to talk about. And last week was one of those times where really, I can't tell you how much time it took me to find something that was newsworthy. And I think my email was probably better than the content from last week. Though the content wasn't horrible and it was still worth everyone's 12 minutes, which is actually one of my filtering processes is to say, look, if someone's going to take 10 or 15 minutes out of their weekend, out of their day, out of their life, I really want to do my best to give them something that can help them. And last week was one of those times where what I would like to do next time is say, guys, I've looked at the charts. Yeah, I can find something for you about China or Yellen or Mario Draghi or Greece or whatever. But really, it's all noise. It's all noise. And my job is to eliminate the noise for you and just give you the signal, give you what's most important that the price charts are telling us on any week. Not to dig and mine for a price chart, but look, if there's nothing good or worth looking at, that's my job to say to you, no news this week. Now, we all know that will not happen with cable and TV and websites. You're not going to go to CNN or Zero Hedge or any of them where they're just going to say, yeah, nothing going on this week. Their business model would be broken. It's very similar with Wall Street and conventional advisors and independent financial advisors. I will tell you to take your money out of the stock market and put in cash. In fact, that's what people love about market probability, the strategy that I've been following for over 18 years. Sometimes there's just periods you don't want to have your money in the stock market. One of those periods is not right now. We are in green light mode. We are in the market is going higher mode. Not every day, not every hour, not every week, but it is going higher. So I'm sorry to you. I apologize to you for not being honest or open or transparent with you last week and simply just saying, guys, there's nothing. I look at price charts 1,000 times a day, 5,000 times a week, and there's nothing of noteworthiness for me to tell you. So thank you for that. Now, as far as this week, I found one thing that I thought was kind of interesting. We're almost halfway through the year. And so the theme for this week's podcast is medium is big again. Hey everybody, this is RC Peck, and this is my weekend podcast. And yes, the theme is medium is big again. And the reason that is so, I guess I could also say small is big again, or big is not big anymore. But I went with medium is big again. And the reason is for one chart, and I only have one chart that I want to share with you, one price chart, which has three sectors. Well, they're not actually sectors. I guess they're kind of sectors. Three different price charts in one price chart. So what you're looking at on this screen is you're looking at, in the blue line is large cap stocks represented by the S&P 500 or SPY. You're also looking at small cap stocks, which is being represented by the ETF IJR. And you're looking at mid cap stocks or medium size companies, and that's being represented by IWM. IWM is the red line. Then you got small caps at the yellow to orange line and large cap at the blue. Hey, almost halfway through the year, we're all positive, but clearly the mid cap stocks are doing better. In fact, they're doing quite a bit better than the large cap stocks and just really a tinge better than small cap. But, all things being equal, if I had to put my money in something and one was small cap and one was mid cap and they were doing about the same, I'd probably put my money in mid cap. Those companies have been around longer. They're significantly larger. So all things being equal, the thing that I thought was most interesting was just here we are almost halfway through 2015, and mid caps are doing really damn well. And last year they did nothing. Large caps did really well, mid caps did nothing. So that's been flipped a little bit. And you can see if you do have access to the price chart. If you don't, that's fine. From the beginning of the year to March 15th, large, mid, and small were all basically doing the exact same thing. Then from mid-March to basically mid-May, 2 more months, complete separation. Mid and small cap went up, and large cap just really lagged and even went negative. And here we are since for the last month, let's call it mid-May to mid-June, you've got really a sidewaysness in large cap stocks, and small caps and mid caps have gone up. Well, typically it's hard for the market to crash. There's going to be a collapse coming. I mean, how many of those headlines do you read a day? Market gonna collapse on the back of Greece default. China imploding. It's like, oh, God, eliminate all that garbage. And that's what I love about price charts. Just look at these three. Now, these are all US-based squiggly lines, but I don't see any collapse coming. And we can see it in the price charts. Not always, but if we're going to see it somewhere, we're going to see it in the price charts. So halfway through the year, if there was a race for this year, mid-caps are doing better. They're doing much better than SPY, doing much better than large cap, and much better, well, a little bit better than small cap, but still noticeably better than both of those. I want you guys to have a great weekend, though I can't. I could want a lot of things. I hope you do have a great weekend. The takeaway is, sometimes there's really nothing to report, and last week was one of those. And one of the many things I love about market probability is the ability for it to eliminate an incredible amount of noise. So we can just be at the signal. If there was anything to take away from this week, it would be that, hey, you know what? All is good in the U.S., even international. Europe's going through a little sidewaysness because of the silliness between Greece and Germany. International, just a little sideways, but international is beating U.S. this year. Europe's beating the U.S. this year. So, things fluctuate, things move, but really sometimes there's nothing really to talk about. And most of the time it's noise. If I had another takeaway, I should have put that on the screen. Most of the time what we're looking at is noise and has zero impact on growing your money, but it has a huge negative impact on your emotions and your soul. And that's what price charts, that's what market probability, that's what these strategies that I have and provide for you can do. It can allow you to eliminate the attention and energy and attention that you put to growing your money, which of course is important, and put that on growing money. Put that on seeing your kids or your grandkids or playing frisbee golf or something that is more effective to giving you more choices and freedom in your life. Hey everyone, thanks for being here. This is just another step in helping you get more secure with your portfolio, or having your portfolio be more secure and having your future have more security in it. Until next time, this is RC Peck. Hey everybody, thanks for being here. If you've ever wondered, what do I do with all this information? What do I do with all those ticker symbols I get from Porter Stansberry or Steve Sugarroot or Fool.com or whatever the other 5,000 investment newsletters that give you 1 to 5 ticker symbols a month or a week are? Like, what do I do with all of them? It's so much content. Well, that's what we do at the Fearless Wealth Club, or what I do for my club members and the investment library. I tell them the big picture. I give them the big picture. Like, look, if you can just get the big picture right, and I'll show you how to get it right, that's 90% of the game. It is not extraordinary in the sense of how straightforward. It's very straightforward. And when you look at it, kind of that ordinariness of just getting the big picture right is really the thing that makes a difference for people and their lives. So if you're ever asking yourself, either because of these podcasts, yeah, but what do I do? But what do I do with my money? Or if you have investment newsletters and you read these great stories on the next Chevron or the next Twitter or the next Uber, and but you don't know, you don't know what to do with your money. That step is really easy. You can just simply call Patty, who's my ops manager, Patty at Fearless Wealth. Go to my website, Fearless Wealth. You can just email her and say, hey, I'd love to get one of those strategy sessions with RC. Or you could just also check out the Fearless Wealth membership site and investment library. I put everything in there. One thing that's different about my company, it's really one service. Everything is in there. If I build an option service, I put it inside there. I'm not going to charge more for it. It's not going to be a newsletter. If I build a real estate course, I put it inside there. By the way, there's an amazing $5,000 real estate course in there. Everything I build, all the tools I build are all inside the membership site. You guys have a great weekend. If you have a father that you speak to, even better if you have a father that you don't speak to, or you are a father, or you're married to someone who is a father, I think Sunday is Father's Day, so it'd be nice to do something for him.